Welcome back to another episode of Pardon the Distraction. I am one of your hosts, DJBluePDX. Joining me right now, of course, is the Lost Drake, and neither of us have brushed our teeth this morning.
No, I actually didn't.
I haven't even taken a shower yet.
I took a shower. I didn't brush my teeth though. I literally just yeah. That's pretty gross actually. But
well, I mean, I'm drinking coffee. I want to drink my coffee and then I'll go brush my teeth. That's my thing. Because otherwise, it's like, what's the fucking point?
Well, I don't know if you know this too. So I actually have to brush my teeth specialty. I don't know if you know that. I can't use toothbrushes because I can't. It makes me. It's a gag reflex for me. If I hear bristles, I throw up. It's the weirdest fucking thing ever. I know.
But at least on the upside, you know you're definitely not gay.
God damn it. And that's how we're starting the podcast. Well,
there we go.
Yeah.
All right. So
interesting week, right?
Yeah. Let's get our bitching out of the way.
All right. Go ahead.
First of all, there's some naming conventions that I think are really fucking stupid. Really fucking stupid. And they drive me nuts. For example, why the fuck is a cold sore called a cold sore when it's a stress-induced breakout and there's nothing cold about it? In fact, it's hot. In fact, it's hot and it wakes you up. It's hot, it wakes you up, and then, of course, when you inevitably wake yourself up by laughing while you're asleep, yes, I wake myself up while laughing when I'm asleep, and on the side, I've cracked my lip. They should call it a blip, a busted lip. It looks like somebody punched me in the goddamn mouth. That's what it looks like, and it's irritating as fuck, because you know what camera it shows up on the worst? The one that actually shows up the worst? It's these motherfuckers. It looks like a giant red beacon, as if somehow I smited Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and shoved his nose into my mouth hole and left a piece of it there. Or it looks like I accidentally misplaced part of a maraschino cherry. Either way, it looks obnoxious. And when I'm trying to make a TikTok or I'm trying to make YouTube anything or a short or Instagram, it looks like I have somehow gotten into a fight with my dog and lost.
I've been on the other side of the dog and lost thing. I got snipped in the face and I had a big, gash, but I had a giant beard, so it covered it up so nobody knew.
Also, Microsoft. Microsoft updates. Microsoft can eat a bag of dicks.
Wow.
Here's why.
I got aggressive.
I know I used to work for them, and as a company, they're fine. But their update people are the dumbest motherfuckers in the world, and here's why. For the entire time I worked there, even after I worked there and was a partner there and was doing all this stuff, the number one piece of feedback that I kept giving every other goddamn week was, hey, your Windows updates need to stop fucking up everybody's shit. Now, I always said in feedback, writing critical feedback is important because you want to make sure you're being eloquent and articulate about what's going on. When I update my system, whether it is a security update, a .NET framework update, whether it is a driver update, it should not change the persistent settings that are user-based. I have settings in sound that are specifically there because it's the way I want my fucking shit to sound. You don't have to update my shit and then change it back to default. No, motherfucker. Leave my shit the fuck alone or I'll stop updating your stupid fucking software. Because you know who doesn't do that? Apple. Apple updates my shit. My shit works motherfucking fine. But goddamn it, I spent a half hour before stream yesterday making sure that everything was fixed from the update that went up Saturday night. And it still didn't work. Because then halfway through my DJ set, it decided, oh, I'm just going to forget that the Alesis mixer is connected. And then it wouldn't recognize it. I still can't get it to recognize it. Fuck Windows.
Well, first off, don't ever say that Apple is better than Windows, because that is false.
When it comes to the updates, it's the truth.
No.
Because none of my settings ever change on my Mac.
No. Well, also because your Mac is old, too. And that's
you can go eat a
I'm just saying, look, proprietary software, DJ, we all know that you're not the best with technology. Technology fights you, and you get in battles with it all the time. We all know it's true. Anybody that knows you, we know that that's the truth.
When it comes to this type of stuff that I worked on, I'm good with.
The updates are shit, though. Like, the fact that they default your sound, that is a big thing for me. Because audio, it's the worst when you go to start to boot something up, and you're like, all right, cool, I'm going to go record, and then you have to redo all of your audio settings. I don't understand why it fucks with that. It makes no sense.
I had to reassign settings in GoXLR. I had to reassign settings in
Yeah.
Discord, and then go back and because all of a sudden I was going through my what Discord was defaulting through my webcam mic of all fucking things,
Yeah.
which was disabled as a sound source before the update. Now everything's back on.
Well, that's also
Why
a
the fuck are
Discord
you
thing.
changing
Well,
my shit?
that's actually not a Windows thing. That's a Discord thing. Discord.
No, the wind.
No,
in
100%
Windows
it's Discord. We
No, hold
actually
on.
we narrowed this
Hold
down.
on. No, hold on. In the Windows sound setting in the actual sound control panel, unless I use it, I disable the audio for every single device that has audio that I don't use. They are now
also on
all
Windows 10 still?
re-enabled. Oh yeah, fuck Windows 11.
Oh, well. That's also
I
your
can't
problem
use
too.
I can't use Windows 11 because I don't have an HDR monitor. Yep, you have to have an HDR monitor.
No, you don't.
According to what Windows Update told me, the reason my system doesn't qualify is because I don't have an HDR
It's a
monitor
BIOS
connected.
update. It's a BIOS update. All you got to do is go into your BIOS and update it because
I have. It's not. It literally is. The reason it says is because I don't have an HDR monitor.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
I know that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of.
I think that's a user error. But legitimately, I would honestly say that like Windows does have to do something about their updates because at the end of the day, like I have one right now. I have a big orange fucking dot with the recycle, and I need to update it because if I don't, then it just keeps fucking giving me those reminders. And I think that's why they do the reminders, because it annoys you so much that you eventually do it. But here's my word of advice.
Exactly.
If you're a content creator, make sure you update the day before when you have downtime. Make sure all your shit works before you go live because it is always broken. Like every single time I update. I actually, Goose just went live the other day too, and he fucking updated his shit and everything broke across the board. And he's like, what the fuck? I have no audio. Nothing's working. Everything's broken. And he recently just built out his PC, and now he's Mr. PC Master Race. Dude, this is the one thing that I still don't understand to this day, right? Like, I understand PCs are great, right? You can customize them, you can update them, whatever, right? And you can keep doing it forever. But there's one thing that I cannot fucking stand, is when people have not had a PC ever, right? They've been console their entire life. They get a PC, and then the switch happens. And I don't understand why the switch happens, because consoles versus PC, I can understand there's faster frame rate, and I understand that. But most of the time, the people that say, oh, I'm PC Master Race now, it runs so much better on my PC, they don't have the monitor to even access the higher frame rate. They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about half the time, and they're not running at 240 frames per second because most games don't run at 240 frames per second. So
I run at 144 and I'm comfortable right at
144 is perfect, but even the new Series X, all the Series X games play at 144 or up. And so that's nice. And then also, so does PlayStation 5. So there's no reason for anybody to ever say PC's better.
I mean, it's a personal choice. PC is better for me. I like PC better because I
100%.
function better on it. I play better on it. Yeah.
No. And you know what? Then that's fine. Like, but do you play with a controller or mouse and keyboard?
Oh, and mouse and keyboard.
Okay.
I fucking hate controller.
What's really funny though is the PC Master Race people that play with a controller.
Right? I'm PC, but I'm going controller. I'm like, okay, well, there's a thing.
There's latency between the controller and your PC, no matter what anybody says. I know a lot of people do that because they're like, oh, I just can't get used to mouse and keyboard. I get that, right? Like, I could play mouse and keyboard games, but when it comes to first-person shooters, I fucking hate mouse and keyboard. Cannot stand it. I would rather use a controller. So I play with console.
Yeah.
And at this day and age, everything is crossplay. So there's no point to really have that saying, oh, PC Master Race, Xbox is better, PlayStation 5 is better. Now, granted, right now, the PS5 is a goddamn paperweight. I'm just saying, like, it is a giant paperweight. It's been like that for the last 3 years. In my opinion, since PlayStation 2, it has just been kind of Duke sauce. The only time the PS5 is actually good is when an exclusive comes out. Like, obviously, we have Last of Us, we have Uncharted, we have all those games, right? But now everything is coming to PC. So why do you need a PS5? They literally have completely removed the reason to own a PS5. because it's going to run smoother on PC than it is on their PS5 because you can run a 3090 and have all those updated graphics and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay.
What were you going to say?
Now it's giving me a different message. I ran the PC health check again. All right.
He's trying to do an update while we're live.
Still fucking here. No, definitely fucking. Well, that's in the gaming PC. We're on the media PC, but so now it says something completely different. Before I got the message about you don't have an HDR monitor, so that's not going to work. Now I get the message that says this PC must support secure boot.
Yeah.
No explanation what the fuck that means.
That's BIOS.
TMP 2.0.
Yep.
This is a Z690.
No. It's every
Z690
single,
motherboard.
No. That is the error that everyone gets because it's a BIOS update. Because most people don't ever update their BIOS. Doesn't matter how upgraded your hardware is. Your BIOS does not automatically update. You have to manually update it or switch the settings in your BIOS settings. So you have to start it up in boot. And then once you start it up, then you just have to access. I can send you a video on how to do it. It takes 5 minutes, and then you'll be able to.
I'm pulling up because I have all my. I've logged into everything to get all the updates, and I'm gonna go do my.
And that goes for anybody else who's watching this.
It wants me to do EUFI firmware settings. This is a split. This is a split EUFI. I have a hybrid boot structure on
well
this.
It's got there are certain specific settings for each individual PC because every PC is different, so you're gonna have to find your make model, you're gonna have to find your motherboard, and you're gonna have to figure out what BIOS settings you're gonna have to switch.
I have EUFI or CSM, but I have a hybrid which is EUFI and CSM.
Yeah,
so
it's probably just one setting you got to turn on or off. That's what I had to do. I had to go in and switch it. I had to watch a video. And for anybody who doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about, basically, if you're trying to upgrade from Windows 10 to Windows 11, you're getting an error code saying you can't update to Windows 11 for free, which it is free, which is nice at least. You don't have to pay for it anymore, which is great, which is the way it should have always been, but, whatever. But when you upgrade to Windows 11, there's a BIOS switch that you have to do. Obviously, you have to have certain hardware to be able to run Windows 11, but it's not that proprietary where it needs to be like, you have to run a 3090 and you have to have 400 DDR5s and blue. It's none of that stuff. It's basically just, it's a BIOS switch. There are plenty of YouTube videos. Maybe I can even find that one and put it in the link that I used for my specific PC. And you could just go into the back end, but you got to know your motherboard, and you got to know the specific system specs that you have. A lot of that you can get in the property settings inside your PC before you restart. But if you don't know, there is a model number and a serial number on every single PC that you can look up, and it'll pull up all your information for your PC build. So you can do that, and then you can switch. So for anybody who's listening, that's how you do it. That's how.
Yep.
So if you've been meaning to upgrade to 11, I will just say this too, DJ. Hands down, Windows 11. I know a lot of people are like, fuck Windows 11. Like, a lot of people have been saying that, but most of the people that are saying that who haven't upgraded. and I'm just gonna say this right now. Like,
I've watched way too much shit happen, and also over the years, especially having worked at Microsoft, watching what comes out, watching these shit show of things that they do actively learning when they release an operating system. It's not released because it's ready. It's released because now they need to do basically
2.5 years.
And that's about the time to start actually migrating, because then they finally had a couple years to get their shit together and figure out what the fuck they need to fix.
For
example, Windows XP wasn't fine until Service Pack 3. It was fucked up and a nightmare until Service Pack 3.
Well, also,
Windows 7 wasn't completely functional until what?
You're not dating yourself at all right now. Everybody's like, what the fuck is Windows 7? Everybody else who's watching this is like, what are you talking about?
This is how long I've been in the game on this.
You mean Windows Me?
Oh, Windows Millennium? You didn't want me to get started on Windows Millennium.
Y2K, man, Y2K.
I was so thankful for Windows 2000.
Yeah.
My fucking God, Windows Millennium was a shit show. But also, Windows Millennium was what introduced, okay, so here's a fun thing to think about. Windows Millennium is what introduced Windows Update, okay? Because everybody was like trying to be connected, and you wanted to be able to connect through the internet and get your things, and it would take 5 days for it to fucking download everything because the internet was slow as ass.
And you had
56K modems. If you were lucky like I did, you had DSL. But, so fast forward a little bit, in the process of the error reporting system that would send an error report back to Microsoft, part of what that was doing was logging the performance, usage, and profile of your system, so that they had a more accurate vision of what was of how people use their PCs, what was going wrong with the PCs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And yet they still can't create an update without fucking up all my sound.
Look, you know what?
I'm not bitter. I'm just fucking angry.
You know what? You know what it is? I worked at Apple and I fucking hate Apple. And you worked at Windows and you hate Windows. You hate, yeah. I mean that, but you know what though? It's funny. It's when you work for a big corporate company. You know, it's. I mean, obviously we all have reasons to be salty and upset and like irritated with Microsoft, especially with the Mixer fall and everything else. It's actually the guy that I actually just talked to for a potential sponsorship. He was telling me how he built a proprietary whole software build specifically for Mixer, and then 3 months later they shut down, and it took him like 5 months to make. And they asked him for it. He made it, didn't get paid a single dollar, and then it was for an upgrade for Mixer. Yeah, I just found this out. This was actually with the keyboard company that I was talking to. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, look, at the end of the day, like, everybody's gonna have their preferences. One thing I will tell you though, DJ, with Windows 11, all the gaming stuff, which is the most important to us other than sound, is completely overhauled. It is amazing. I love all the new updates.
So and the game bar is now not shit?
Yeah, well, it's not shit. 1, 2, it's
been shit.
Well, one, it just got upgraded with Discord. So now Discord basically replaces party chat.
Well, that's a plus.
Yes, which is very interesting because I could have sworn, and you remember when all that shit was going down with Discord, and then like Microsoft's buying Discord, and then PlayStation, and then didn't PlayStation buy Discord? I thought they did. Did it fall through?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
because
so
Discord discovered
that explains it.
Discord pulled an Apple.
Oh,
they were like, for example.
I mean, they're one and the same, but yeah.
To go back into old.
Yeah.
The mouse GUI, graphic user interface of the mouse, first ever appeared on what?
Mac.
The original Macintosh PC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, way back in the day, after
because
that came
every
out,
mouse likes apples.
Yeah. And Jobs was like, "All right, Windows said, since they were a fledgling company, we will buy that technology from you, pay you outright."
Mm-hmm.
Jobs says, "No. How about I license it to you for a fee for every PC you use it on?" How many PCs do you know that come with mice?
Every single one.
And yep.
And well.
And so they get paid for every single. Yeah.
Not Surface Pros. That's probably why they started making them.
That's why the touchscreen thing came into play, because they were like, now we don't have to pay anything to them. Fuck it.
That makes sense, though. Yeah.
Which is hilarious because the company that had the first touchscreen. Well, no, technically it wasn't. HTC had the first touchscreens. Before the iPods, but for a company whose primary product has been touchscreen for the iPad, for the iPad Pros, for the iPhones, for the iPods, they still haven't managed to get to touchscreens on fucking PCs and laptops. Microsoft did that with the entire Surface line, both from the PC standpoint and for the Microsoft Surface. They had the large, the full size.
I'm sure somebody's gonna come in here and fact check us and be like, "No, actually," you know what's gonna happen. But
this is all based on my understanding of things and what I experienced in the industry.
This is what's happening in our heads.
You're fucked up.
This is what happens in our heads. We're not accurate all the time, okay?
This from when I was working at Adobe and when I was working at Microsoft. This is all what we experienced.
Yeah. Well, even when I worked at Apple too, like, and I tell people this all the time, like, the infrastructure of Apple. And this is something that I've talked about a long time. The reason why I don't support the company. Yeah, they make great business decisions, and yes, they definitely do it for the proprietary of their pocket. Don't get me wrong. But Apple is nothing new. It has been the same stagnant company for the last 7 to 10 years. Like, they don't really upgrade much. They do minor tweaks. They re-release it. oh, this is the new shiny. We got a new camera. We got a new this. We got a new that. Even the MacBooks.
With the exception of iTunes, where nothing, they've changed
don't even
iTunes
get
so
me
much,
started
it's a
on
hot
iTunes.
shit show.
Yeah, don't
you
even
know how
get me
many
started
albums
on it.
they've deleted of mine? Because they were things that I had imported. Right, I imported them through my disk drive that I have, because I have a where is it at? I have a USB disk drive over here somewhere. The point is, all my albums from when I was DJing, albums that I made, albums that I produced, and because wasn't recognized in the Apple Store, or because it's an album that was in there that suddenly Apple lost the rights to be able to sell, like all of my Ministry of Sound shit, they just deleted it, even though I never bought it through them.
Yep.
I import it from my own discs.
Yep.
I have at least 150 to 200 albums missing.
Yep. iTunes was
So,
the
don't get
biggest
me wrong,
joke, man. And the fact that you had to install it. You had to install it and be able to access your music, which was also why I always said, people are like, yeah, I remember this thing. But the Zune. I love the Zune. The Zune was amazing, dude. It was ahead of its time. It was ahead of its time. What wasn't ahead of its time was the goddamn importing software. The syncing software was a shit show. You want to talk? I wanted to add two pieces. Are we starting to see a trend here, DJ? Like literally syncs and updates.
Yeah,
with Microsoft.
Microsoft sync system was terrible. The Zune, I wanted to add probably 60 or 70 tracks to it, and a couple of films, and honestly, at the time, it was a couple of adult films. Anyways, my ex and I would make fun videos. Point is, go to sync that. Left the PC on overnight, still wasn't done.
Yeah.
Oh, like, what? Because it would go through and erase everything, right? And then put everything in there again.
Yeah.
Instead of just adding what wasn't there, or updating a file and replacing it.
I think honestly too, like even, but you know what though? If Microsoft decided to jump back into that game, like, and actually, like,
the Zune was incredible. I loved my Zune until it got stolen.
Yeah. Well, I was actually riding on my motorcycle, and I had one of those sleeves where you have it in the sleeve.
Oh no!
And I had the cord go underneath my vest and then come up underneath into my headset or my earbuds at that specific time. And I had the earbuds in, and I had my helmet down over it, and I went to go itch like this, and when I pulled down, because I wear bracelets, and this one specifically is metal, and I caught it, and it yanked out of my ear, and when it yanked down, it dropped, and I shit you not, dude, hit my chain on the side of my bike, because it dropped down, got caught in the chain, and it yanked it right out, and I just saw it behind in my side view mirror, and it just went, like behind me, and I'm like, no, because I just got it. My mom bought it for me as a gift when I came home because I was home from the military.
Yeah.
And so I pulled up the side of the road, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get it. So I like did a Yui, because it was in the middle of the night, because at that specific time I was working, I was in the military, but I was also doing club stuff. So I like turned around and I came back and I parked, and I was literally going the opposite way on the freeway, but I turned around, went back because there was nobody on the road, came back, parked, and I saw it in the road. Dude, I was like, all right, cool. And then like 2 cars came by, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna wait it out. Dude, I'm about ready to fucking go grab it. Fucking semi.
Oh no!
Fucking missed the first 2 sets of tires in the front, in the cabin, but then the back trailer fucking one got it. Dude, it fucking exploded, dude. And I'm like, no! Like, dude, I was so upset, dude. I had all my music on it, and the worst part about it is, because we were talking about syncing, I didn't sync it the day before, so I lost every fucking thing that I had on it. And I did, and I literally lost everything, all my music. So I had to download everything all again. And at that time we had LimeWire and Napster, and like all of us used that shit. All of us did. I don't care what anybody says, you know. So, but
I don't. It's true.
Everybody fucking used it. Like, and you know it's funny, because there was all those debates, especially with Metallica and all their nonsense, because they were going off the rails about Napster. But you know, now, but if you think about it, look, this is the funny thing about it, right? They were all in an uproar back then about Napster, but on TikTok, everybody is using their sound from Stranger Things everywhere. But now they don't have a problem with it, and they're like streaming with the people that are making the sounds. It's like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah.
So
No.
yeah, you were pissed off about it then, but now you're okay with it because it's making you popular again because you're old.
Yeah. Well, I have to laugh because these are the same guys that got their entire concert on Twitch fucking muted. Like, because you guys copy roast stroke yourselves.
Wow.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Well, now that we're done talking about updates and Windows, we do got some cool things that are happening this week and next week also. Obviously, as you guys know, I'm a big Marvel guy. At this point, if you don't know that, then there's something wrong with you. But if you're brand new, I'm big into Marvel. But we got some big things that are happening this week. And not only that, just Disney in general. We got the new Andor show, and we also have She-Hulk. Both of them coming out this week, one day apart. They were both coming out on the same day, and I think the marketing team goes, "Oh, we fucked up. We shouldn't have done that." So they moved it, and they actually pushed back She-Hulk one day. So now it's coming out on the 18th, I believe, or the 19th. Coming out on a Thursday, where Andor's coming out on a Wednesday. So
there we go.
Got both of those. Then, I believe early next week, it's either later this week or next week. I don't know the exact release dates. I don't know if you could look them up, DJ, but Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones, House of Dragons are this week or next week. I don't know. I think he's looking it up right now. But like in general,
I just updated my BIOS again.
God damn it, he's still fucking updating his PC over there.
I did it real fast. It's fine. I'll look it up.
But yeah, so
what am I looking up? Andor and She-Hulk.
No, not Andor and She-Hulk. God damn it, he wouldn't even pay attention. See, look, this is why ADHD is the key factor in our podcast. No, the release dates for Lord of the Rings and for House of Dragons, the new Game of Thrones series, when they're coming out. I don't know if it's this week or next week. I think it's next week, early next week. I think it's Monday or Tuesday next week, but I think House of Dragons is actually the 27th or 28th, I think. It's right before we leave to go to PAX.
So Lord of the Rings on Amazon premieres September 2nd.
Oh, so it's okay. So it's the first week of September. So I'm off on that.
House of the Dragon actually is August 21st.
So it's next Monday?
Ish.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's Sunday. That's a Sunday. Yeah, because the 23rd is Tuesday, and that's the big Destiny release, which I'm gonna jump into that factor because I know you always go into your vent sessions about Halo. I'm gonna go into my vent session about Destiny.
Okay.
So, so to continue up the story about all the new things that are coming out, obviously a lot of new shows are coming out. She-Hulk, Andor, brand new Star Wars series, which is before Rogue One. So it's based on the same planet, all that stuff. So it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be good. We're going to get a lot of returning characters from Rogue One. So super excited for that. And then obviously a little bit farther for House of Dragons. House of Dragons is next week. And then Lord of the Rings is September. So we're right around the corner about ready to have a shit ton of shows. The one thing, though, with Lord of the Rings, is it going to be released all at once because it's on Amazon?
Good question.
Because HBO is going to release them 1 week at a time. We already know that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of curious if Lord of the Rings is going to be like a one and dump type thing. Like, hey, binge watch it, go. Because that's how Terminal List was and all these other Amazon shows.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Terminal List is so good. But yeah, so obviously I just got done watching Sandman. Amazing.
God.
Did you watch it?
So good. So
Dude,
freaking
it was really
good.
It was really good.
Oh, it is a geniusly written show. The acting is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
And now you know what I'm talking about with Doctor Who, because literally, like, they had Constantine. I like how they did it as the actual official name of how you say Constantine, because everybody always said Constantine, but it's always been Constantine. But it's funny because they're talking about giving her own spin-off, specifically following her and all of her demon hunting and angels, and which would be cool because that's a great segue for Netflix to make like multiple shows out of one show. I mean, and right now they need it because they've been dropping shows. Lock and Key just came out.
Season 3, I'm so excited for. Such a good fucking show again. Great show.
No, it's out. Already watched it. Binge watched it. Done.
I haven't
I
started
didn't
it
even
yet.
wait for Nay because she went to bed. Me and Zeke watched the first episode, and then he went home, and I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm not stopping." So I watched it all the way through. But one thing that I will say that I'm disappointed with, no spoilers, no nothing else. This is it. It's done.
Yeah, this is the final season.
Yep, final season, no more. I did not know that. I thought they were going to keep going it, and I will tell you this: I feel like it was very
wrapped it up
rushed.
Though, right?
It was very rushed.
Oh no.
It was fantastic for the first like 6 episodes, and then I feel like the last 2 episodes were just kind of like dump, and then it was done. That's at least my review of it. But
so
the
they
first
didn't get
6
a lot of
episodes
advance
were
notice
like,
then.
oh my god, because it's only 8 episodes long. But it was really fucking good. And you can always count on me to binge watch stuff, so that way I can always review it for you guys, because I'm telling you, though, it is worth the watch. Don't get me wrong. I would give it an 8 out of 10, which is still good. But the only reason why I give it an 8 out of 10 is just because, 1, it ended, and I'm sad about it. And 2, it was just kind of weird how it ended. I was very like, what? Like, what? This doesn't make any sense. This is like, huh? Like, I can't even say anything because it's just gonna ruin it for all of you guys. But yeah, watch it, DJ, this week, and then we can talk about it next week. Because the ending is just like, you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. Because you're gonna watch it, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Because there's a lot of stuff that happens in specifically episode 3, that just go crazy, like off the walls, nothing you would ever expect, and you're like, whoa. And then, dude, they could have kept this series going for 5 more seasons just by what they did in episode 3, and then it just like fizzled out, and I'm like, oh, like, don't you hate that when you get like a climactic, like big like moment in a TV show or a movie, and you're like, oh my god, that's fucking awesome, and then it goes from that to like whap whap, and you're just like, what? It's like when they bring in main characters and then they kill them off in like 4 seconds.
Yeah,
that's why I hated Black Panther, and so many people loved Black Panther in the Marvel. That's one of the movies that I still, to this day, I can't stand Black Panther, because they killed off 2 of the main villains. His 2 protagonists. Well, now, granted, we don't even know where the series is going now because of what's happening with Wakanda Forever, but still, even so, like, you can't kill off main villains. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, it just doesn't. They could have used those villains a million times over. Maybe it was the actor contracts. I don't know. But Sandman was good, though. Really, really good. I liked how they used all the mythical background and the creatures and all the other stuff. I really thought it was really cool that they used them as nightmares. Yeah. Even the end. Right? Even the end, like, where they transition one nightmare to...
I don't want to give too many spoilers, but yeah, Sandman was, it is geniusly crafted. I thought there was a lot of unique ways of them showing current topics of I would say social conversations in a show that ranges across 1,000 years. And that the episode before the last one, the meeting in the pub one, was great. Why did I just send an email somehow? Did you hear that? I didn't even touch nothing. All of a sudden I get this whoosh.
DJ, this is why I say it's user error half the time.
You're a user error half the time.
And I will tell you this, though, like, even the representation of Lucifer was interesting.
I thought it was great. I love everything she's in. I love everything.
No, she's amazing.
Okay.
For anybody who doesn't know, she's the same chick who plays
It's Gwendolyn Christie.
Yeah, it's Gwendolyn Christie, but she's also in Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars is Captain Phasma, and then also in Game of Thrones, which obviously Brenna Tarth, I believe that.
Brenna. Yeah,
is it Brianna Tarth?
Brianna Tarth.
Yeah. But yeah, just amazing, and she's a big woman. She is tall. Yeah. Isn't she like 7 something? Isn't she like 7'1"?
She's a very tall
big.
person.
She's a big lady. Like she's Amazonian through and through. Like she came off the island.
Yeah. She should have been in Wonder Woman, to be honest.
Oh my god.
But that's also one of the things that was so neat about Brianna of Tarth was the fact that she beat the shit out of guys regularly and did not give a flying fuck.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a matter of camera magic.
Yeah.
It was a matter of she is an extremely tall woman.
Very strong, agile, built woman. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't want to say big because it implies something negative.
No.
But
I mean, she's just like she's stout. She's strong. Her arms are huge. She's just like incredible. An Amazonian woman. She's just big. She's just like fucking like her knuckles are probably the size of both my hands put together. She's huge.
Yep. She's incredible.
Yeah, no, she's awesome. I loved her character in Game of Thrones, and she's such a great actor. And she did a good job of Phasmo, but I feel like Phasmo got cut really, really quick, where she didn't really have a lot of time to shine. No pun intended, because she had shiny armor. Okay, anyway, I'll move on.
Wow.
But yeah, look, it's early still. But yeah, so anyway, what I was gonna say though is video games. Any games you're looking forward for the rest of the month?
Well, I mean, I got my blessing. I got Spider-Man.
Yeah, you got it on PC?
I've got it on PC, which is great because guess what else I get it on?
Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just fucked my computer up, didn't I?
I don't know. I just hear you clicking a lot over there.
Oh wow. All right, so I'm putting in my EUFI shit to get into secure boot.
Sounded like you need a shot for that to clear it up.
I mean,
his computer has a urinary tract infection and he needs to clear it up like immediately. Just shoot it with a shotgun, get it over with.
Yikes!
Kill it.
You're a terrible person.
Yeah, I know.
Fast boot is disabled. No, I want to go to.
You know what? You know what the funny thing is, though. Anybody who's watching this podcast, DJ always, out of all the times that he can fix his shit, he always does it during the podcast, and he always gets so fucking flusterfucked. Like, he's just like, it's a fucking, UNIs and PTGs, fast boots and things are, my files got deleted.
I got it. Now I'm set. I got it set, so I got secure boots fixed.
It's so funny because you always do it during the podcast. I'll see your eyes drift. He'll be like sitting here looking at the camera and he's like, I'm like, what are you doing? I'm fixing stuff. Okay, all right.
Because I want people to see how easy it actually is.
Yes.
So
So Spider-Man.
Let's go back to it. So first of all, the UFI is fine because it apparently made everything even more HD.
So he transitions away from what I'm trying to direct him towards. Starts talking about.
Why is it taking me? I don't just reboot it to fucking Windows, dipshits. Why is it not going to?
He's literally getting an argument with his computer right now.
All right, Spider-Man is available now, not only on Steam, but you can also play it on your Steam Deck.
Yes, Steam Deck.
I've been playing at night. I've been playing through Batman Arkham City. That is my go-to-bed one. One thing I will say as a further on the observations about the Steam Deck is the fact that my hands like holding it like this because it's not a light object. So either looking down at it, or if you try to hold like this, your hands lose feeling.
My ass goes to sleep when I'm on the toilet.
Oh, ditto.
I'll be playing and I forget I'm playing and I'm my butt. And I try to stand up and get the tingles in your toes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of, though, good deals right now, which I just recently introduced DJ to this, but Humble Bundle right now actually has the Resident Evil bundle right now. You get every single Resident Evil for $30 for Steam. So if you've never played any of them, and you can also use the promo link down below because I will make sure I put my partner link on there so that way you can support. And I'll also put DJ's link on there too, so you can pick and choose who you want. And if you pick me, that's fine because I like you.
Pick me, you're helping feed me.
Yeah. Potatoes.
Making sure I stay alive.
Potatoes. By the way, too, we were talking about this.
Now it just reboots to my fucking BIOS screen. It won't go to Windows.
Oh my God, you broke everything. This is why you need to focus on one thing at a time, DJ. Stop trying to do everything at once. His eyes just go back and forth between his two monitors. Fucking, I know he's right, but fuck you. But yeah, so as you guys know too, which is crazy because next week on the 23rd, and DJ, I don't even know if I told you this, I'm actually going to be back on the Unleash the Feast. They're bringing me back again. I'm going to be doing another cooking episode next week on the 23rd. which surprisingly enough, and of course how things always pan out, is also the launch day of Destiny, which
Oh yeah.
sucks for me because now I have to pick and choose between the two. Obviously, I'm going to do Unleash the Feast, and then I'm going to... The nice thing about Unleash the Feast is it's only like a 2-3 hour thing, but it's the launch day of Destiny. That's like the launch day of like Halo for like, and all of a sudden you got like offered a big promotional gig. You're like, fuck, what do I pick? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those things. So I will just say this. I will be doing Unleash the Feast next week, and it is actually hosted by HelloFresh, which is really cool, and sponsored by them.
HelloFresh?
Yeah, HelloFresh. HelloFresh. And I'm going to be on the show. So if you guys want to tune in and support me there, that's going to be awesome. I would love that. It is going to be live on Twitch, on my personal channel, but also on the Unleash the Feast channel. And last time they had us featured front and center, and we had 25,000 people watching as I drank raw eggs and wore a colander on my head. It was interesting, but I won. And obviously, you guys saw a couple podcasts ago, I got the big championship belt. But I now have a chance to get 2 belts, and I'm going to start looking like every WWF wrestler in existence with 40 belts hanging around my neck. And I'm going to have to make an intro theme song when I come in onto the show, which, of course, I'm going to ham it up. So, yeah, next Tuesday is Unleash the Feast. I'm going to be on there for Season 2, Episode 2. So if you guys want to come support me, that'd be much appreciated. I would love that, guys. And this will be going live today, so you guys have plenty of time to know what's going on. We're going to be announcing what I'm going to be cooking and all that stuff in my Discord. So if you guys want to join that, you're more than welcome to. Link trees down below. Make sure you join me in DJ's Discord too. We always forget to promote ourselves because we get so wrapped up in the topics and stuff. But like, for real, make sure you follow both of us on Twitch. That's our primary live streaming source. DJ's been jumping in and trying to do a lot more on TikTok too, which is great. And I'm proud of him for doing that. By the way, did you ever get those cables for your stuff for the live streaming for the DJing stuff?
Yeah, here's the fun. Oh, I have a story about that one.
Oh, okay, we'll go.
So what I got, the closest thing I could find was called an iRig stream. And so what it does is it takes the right-left audio and sends it as a data signal into the phone. Yeah. Right? Because you can't just plug audio cables into it because for whatever reason, Galaxy S9 and Windows and Android 10, they took out, because it still had the headphone jack, they took out the option in the developer mode to be able to assign specific actions or functions to your USB port. One of which could be charging only, the other can be data charge, and a hybrid. It's usually always a hybrid with charging.
Later though, because the S22 I have that option.
You can on the S22 change it to audio, so it's audio in charge and it's audio in out.
But not on the S9.
Not on the S9 Plus because we have a headphone jack.
Who do you have for your mobile carrier? Just curious.
T-Mobile.
Why don't you go down and swap out your phone for free?
Because it costs money. It's not free.
Yeah, it is. It's free.
No, that increases the bill. And right now, I'm barely able to make my bills as it is. Like, I cannot incur any further costs at all if I'm planning on going to PAX and TwitchCon.
I think...
Like, I'm at that. I
think you can actually upgrade your phone though for free as long as you don't go with the newer model. Like, I think you can go with an older model, and I think it only increased your bill like $5. It's something like that. I mean, here he goes. Like, you don't have to do it right now. I'm just saying. DJ, he's like, let me check this shit out right now. But no, for real though, like, that's what me and Nay do. We do the jump program every single year, and then we just pay. I think it's like $15, and we get the brand new phone every year. So, and Nay actually just upgraded her phone because she had the flip and she hated it. She didn't like the crease in the middle, so she actually has her new phone coming actually tomorrow. So she's actually getting the S22 Plus, I believe. But there's so many plus and negatives and minuses, and yeah, nobody knows anymore. I mean, they just need to go back to coming up with unique names instead of just naming it S22 and stuff. But I you know me, I'm a big Android user. I love Android. So, but also too, with that being said as well, so you basically had to upgrade your phone in order to do live streams that way, correct?
Yeah. Here's the downside though. The downside is that so it has a port on the side of it. It said, yeah, you can also charge your device with this because you can plug the thing in. Didn't include the plug, which is another $40. So I've got all these adapters in my, because I have what I call a.
You're buying them all through Amazon, right? So you can return them all.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I can't. I'm not buying it on Amazon. I'm gonna go into my closet, and all I need is a 5-volt 3,000 milliamp. So I've got a universal, one of those universal plug chargers where you can just like that. What? Got it. My ADD is at an all-time high today.
Yeah, I can tell.
So I need to plug that in to charge it, but then I read in the fine print, not like it didn't say anywhere in the box, didn't say anywhere in the advertising. It only said this on the documentation that came inside the box. Okay, that the charging only works for iPhones, which I don't think is true. I think that was on the older model, but I got to find the plug-in because I want to be able to charge it while I'm doing my things.
It was probably designed for iPhone, but I mean, literally, if it's a USB-C, then it should have no problem. Because the adapter piece, if it's a USB-C, it wouldn't even work on an Apple because Apples don't have USB-C.
They have different. Yeah, they have different pin.
Yeah, they have the fucking proprietary bullshit, so they can charge you $80. Yeah. But once you get that done, basically you can connect it up, or you can just do what I originally said until you got all that stuff and you actually got on TikTok. You could just do external speakers and just make it easy on yourself. But I know you're not going to do that because you're a nitpicker when it comes to audio.
Yes, I am. Yeah, unfortunately. So that is actually another thing I want to ask you.
What?
Because one of the big issues that I had was, wow, this is my actual password. That's fucking sketchy. I should not have left that as my password. Apparently, it's not my password.
What is fucking happening with you today?
Okay, I got it.
By the way, for everybody watching this right now,
motherfucker!
I hope you guys are watching his facial expressions when he's trying to go through the process in his head, but then vocalizes it on top of it, and then they're not matching up with what his facial expressions are, so it makes it even better. Like he's saying something eccentric, like it should be like a surprise face, but he looks like he just ate a handful of baby poop. I don't know why.
That is a crap reference, sir.
Look, sir. Some people might say I'm full of shit half the time, but whatever.
God damn it.
Jesus. So what are you trying to buy a phone right now? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm trying to log into my account online so I can see what I qualify for.
Everything.
Now I have to reset my fucking password because reasons and Jesus.
Now, do you guys see why I say that technology is not DJ's friend? No matter what
we do. Can you
go
fuck yourself?
Like every time we do it, this is what happens. This is the outline of what happens with me.
It's because you judge me. Yeah. You judge me so much.
Yeah, because this is what happens, right? I explained it to him exactly how he's supposed to do it. He doesn't listen to me. Does it on his own.
I did listen.
No.
Your instructions aren't.
No.
What?
Then he doesn't listen, and then something weird happens, like he can't remember his password, and then he's gonna wig out, and then he's gonna go, "What the fuck?" And he's gonna scream a couple times. Then he's gonna do the focus face, look back at the camera. Then he's gonna pucker his lips. Then he's gonna
Just hold on. I forgot that I'd already changed it, and so I do know the actual password. Yep. It was my password. All right, for fuck's sake. Yes.
DJ. I do judge you though. A lot.
I mean, I do. Why should you be any different? People wonder why I'm all stressed out because I know what I look like, for fuck's sake. I don't need you to tell me.
Oh my god. I'm gonna take this whole clip right here and put it on TikTok. It has to. I don't need you to tell me what I look like. I know what I look like, fuckface.
You're right. Listen. It's like, why do you look so stressed? You look like you blew a seal. First of all, you leave my sexual preferences out of this, fuckface. If I want to blow a seal, I'll blow a seal.
I immediately thought of the singer, but that works too.
Fucking Christ.
Still one of my favorite memes when they put Seal's head on an actual seal. That was the best.
Yeah.
I love that meme. Oh shit. Well, all right. Well, I mean, I don't even know what the hell's happening. He's ordering a phone. This whole
No,
thing
I just had to look
derailed.
at this. Yeah. Anyway, so Spider-Man on your shit. New game's coming. We're gonna watch stuff on the 21st and the 2nd.
Spider-Man.
And
He goes anyway, Spider-Man. 27 minutes later. 27 minutes later. Fuck face. Oh my god, dude, that's awesome. Yeah,
like
so
and
Spider-Man on
subscribe
your
if you
Steam
want to
Deck.
watch, if you want to see more. God damn it. All right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because we're running out of time.
Yeah,
here.
I know.
All right.
You were searching on the phone trying to figure out your
Well,
password.
okay, I'm gonna now figure out if I can get Windows 11. Since this thing's fucking being weird. I may look into getting an upgrade from the 9. This 9 has served me well. It's still basically in brand new condition.
Yeah, you can get a brand new one, and I think at the very most they add like, I think the absolute most, even with a brand new phone, it's still like,
yeah, look at this,
$20 a month.
This thing is still like
Perfect
not
shape.
a scratch on it. Yeah. But I want to be able to keep my SD card.
Yeah.
And my and stuff, because it's I mean, not the SD card. Yeah, I want to be able to keep my SD card in here because I got fucking hella memory in this thing.
Yeah.
So it has to be able to accept a
Well, I think you can even
SD
trade
card.
that in for like $300 towards your other phone and drop down your payment even more.
Okay, so there we go. I do have to pay for it. It's not free.
What? No, I
Okay.
said you can.
Okay, there we go. So, yeah, we've got, so tomorrow, I want to, so real quick, for tomorrow, anybody who's going to see this today, Tuesday, August 16th, the show on CLX actually is going to be at 12 noon Pacific, and we have Phase's very own Muse coming on.
Nice.
And so Muse and I are going to be joined by one of Muse's winners who won the PC. We're going to be building their PC live on stream. That's at CLX Gaming TV. That happens every Tuesday, normally at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 Eastern, but tomorrow it's 12 and 3. Yeah, 12 Pacific, 3 Eastern. For anybody who might see this tonight. Otherwise, if you didn't, you can check out the VOD on CLX Gaming TV's Twitch channel. Otherwise, you can find me at DJBluePDX on everything, including Gmail, which is how you would want to send me money if you wanted to PayPal me. Okay.
I still can't get over. I know what I look like, fuck face. And I'm the Lost Drake, a fuckface extraordinaire. You can follow me on all platforms, everything, Twitch, which right now we're about ready to hit 45,000 followers on Twitch. We're getting really fucking close to 50,000. And so anybody that wants to come over there and support me live, that is where I am at Monday through Friday from 5 p.m. until most likely 3 or 4 in the morning, because that's normally how I do it. And I do that Tuesday through Friday. I actually stop streaming on the weekends, spend time with my family. So I'm just available those 4 days. Then we do the podcast, obviously, here at Pardon the D. And we're on all social media, Pardon the D across the board. And then you can also check us out on pardonthedistraction.com for all our update information if you guys want to buy merch or anything else. And all that supports us. So make sure you guys go do that. If you guys really want to help us out, you can go pick up one of the new hoodies or shoes or whatever. They're all on there. And you can follow me on all those social medias at The Lost Drake. And I'm going to be on the cooking show next Tuesday. So if you guys swing by and support, much appreciated. Next Tuesday.
What time is that next Tuesday?
I believe it's at 3 p.m. Pacific, and it's 2 or 3 hours long. But we have one more podcast before then, so I will give the exact updated information as we get closer, because sometimes it shifts with sound checks and everything else, just depending on all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, next week, guys, cooking show. We got the launch of Destiny, lots of new stuff. Saint Row comes out next week. We got a lot of stuff to look forward to, and I'm super excited. And this week we'll hopefully get to watch all the She-Hulk, and we'll convert DJ into liking She-Hulk, because he's like,
oh no, well no, after the last fucking trailer that I saw, well I'm in.
yeah, dude, you're gonna love it. I have no doubt you're gonna love this. It'll probably end up being your favorite, which is funny. That's the funny part about it, because I just think that's the way it'll be. But Anyway, from all of us here at Pardon the D, all the guests, everybody else, me and DJ, we love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Make sure you watch them all the way through because we need those watch hours. We're this close to getting partnership on YouTube.
So close!
We're like, I think we're 375 watch hours away. So please watch it all the way through and all the last episodes. Put it on repeat. Fucking help us hit that goal. We love you guys, and we will catch you next week on Pardon the D.
Bye. Peace out.
Peace.
Fuckface.
Ah.
Fuckface.